gonna get you, Barbara.
Ever played Skin the Cat?
Someone's in the back seat! Tell me where you are, John!
Wolfman's got Nards!
Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be ranking all the main characters in Scream 6. Now I've not included Henry Chesney, the Dr. Stone, in the film because he's not in it too much and he doesn't make a big impact on the actual storyline itself, so I've not included him. So there are 13 characters, all the movie poster characters anyway, that I'll be ranking today from worst to best. In at number 13 is Mindy. Unfortunately, I liked Mindy in Scream 5, but in Scream 6 she was almost a cartoon character of her former self. She was no longer someone with feelings. Anytime someone died, she made a meta commentary joke after it, and she was so happy after it she completely forgot about everything. She was too perfect as well. She couldn't get anything wrong. Even when she got things wrong, she ended up getting it right anyway. She was the most protected character in the entire film, and at the same time the most annoying character. And at number 12 is Detective Bailey. Now, Dermot Mulroney is a fantastic actor. I loved him in almost everything that I've seen him in, but this is obviously an issue with the script because he was diabolical in this film. Even his acting wasn't great. When he was a detective in the movie, it was obviously that he was a killer because of how badly he acted in the film, and obviously the script as well didn't help. But when he was pretending to cry over his daughter's death, I thought, that is so cringy and terrible. And then what cemented him as being one of the worst characters was when he became Ghostface, when he revealed himself. He was terrible. He was laughing around, joking around, and I'm just like, this has to be a circus, this has to be a joke. It was unbelievable. And the number 11 was Ethan. Now Ethan was so shy and so obviously the killer that I just couldn't take him seriously. Every time I saw him, I know that I didn't like Mindy, but Mindy was saying, you're the killer, and he's just sitting there taking it like a wimp. So he had nothing to offer until the very end of the movie, and even when it was revealed he was the killer, he still had nothing to offer because he was too crazy and he still didn't really say much either. So I don't really have an opinion on Ethan too much because he wasn't really involved in the movie. He was just there to be a red herring until he was one of the killers. And at number 10 is Jason. Now I think Jason probably would have been higher on the list had he lasted a little bit longer. Now his intro made an impact on me because it was so surprising and it was new for the Scream franchise. It was a first in the Scream franchise that we saw someone reveal themselves to be a potential Ghostface killer. I wish he didn't die too soon. Maybe if he tried to kill a few more people, then he would be higher on the list. But when he was on screen, he was good, he was fine, he did nothing to annoy me, he was saying the right things, he was doing the right things until his death, so he was an okay character. And at number 9 is Quinn, the best of the killers in this movie. I thought she was okay and she was serviceable before she was revealed as the killer and before she supposedly died. She was the horny roommate. She was okay, she was fine, her lines were fine, she was quite funny at times, and then when she was revealed as a killer, I didn't like her, but she was the best of a bad bunch. She was the most believable killer as well. She didn't go too crazy, she just looked crazy. I think it was more in the eyes of her acting at the end of the movie, so I think she was the best killer in the film, but she still wasn't great. And at number 8 is Gale Weathers. I really wanted to like Gale in this film, and I think she was in one of the best scenes when she was attacked in her apartment building. That was one of the best scenes in the movie, and she was great in that scene. But I think the whole purpose of Gale being there and the things that she'd done to get there, I think it was sad and shallow, and that's obviously not Gale Weathers' fault, that's the writing standpoint's fault, because Gale done what she said she wouldn't do. She wrote another book glorifying what happened in the previous film, and I just thought that her as a character wouldn't do that because of what happened to Dewey, but because she'd done that, she's not one of my favourites anymore. She is redeemable because of that one scene, and that's why she isn't one of the last ones on the list, but she's just kind of middle of the road. And at number 7 is Anika, the one that I feel sorry for most in the entire film, because A, she didn't get enough lines, and B, she was killed in the most brutal way because she was so praying for her life. She was seeing people, she was almost able to touch them, so I think her death was one of the most saddest deaths in the film because it had stakes and people were there to witness it. So I felt really sorry for her, and that's why I liked her. But even when she wasn't in trouble, she was a nice character. She was lovely. She had nothing bad to say. She was also scared at times as well when she was hearing the rules of a requel. So I think she was a believable character, one that I would have liked to have seen survive more than some of the people that did die. And then number 6 is Laura. Yes, Laura, played by Samara Weaving. Shockingly, she is quite high on this list, and I think it's because I was so intrigued in her character. I love the fact that she was Australian in the movie. She wasn't British, as some people thought. She was Australian. She was a professor. Even though she was quite silly because of what she had to do to get into the alley, I still thought her character was interesting. She was in it for a couple of minutes and she still had an impact on me. Imagine that she was one of the main characters, because let's face it, Samara Weaving is absolutely amazing as an actress. So if she got more time, just like Jason, if the both of them got more time, I think both of them could have been higher on the list. But I still think it's quite astonishing that she is 6 on the list. Does that mean that all the characters are written badly, or she's just written really well? I don't know, but I loved her on screen, and that's why she's quite high on the list. And at number 5 is Danny. I think Danny is mysterious yet funny, but cool at the same time. We don't know too much about Danny. He's a survivor, so I think he might have a bit of a backstory if he comes back for Scream 7. Maybe we're not finished with Danny's backstory yet. Maybe he's one of the killers. Maybe he's related to someone. There's so many things you can do with Danny because they don't give anything away. And he does all the right things. He's the muscle of the group, but they don't trust him. But even though they don't trust him, they're open about it, and he's accepting that because he's like, do you know what, it's fine. I've not been through what you guys have been through. So he is understanding as well. He's everything that you would really want in a cool person in a Scream film, and I think he ticks all the boxes for me. So hopefully we see more of Danny because he's a really good character. And then number 4 is Chad. Now, similar to Danny, I think Chad had all the charm in Scream 5. I really like Chad. I think out of most of the characters in this film, his character arc is one that's still building for me. I knew he wasn't going to die. Even when he gets stabbed 195 times, I just knew that he wasn't going to die. I thought he was going to be the new Dewey in this new trilogy, where he gets almost killed in the movie and he comes back alive. And I think it's maybe a testament to Mason Gooding because he is charismatic as an actor, so he's able to portray Chad in a loving way that maybe the audience can get behind. I certainly get behind him, so hopefully we see more of Chad in the future in a better light than what we saw with Mindy. And then number 3 is Sam, and maybe you guys won't have Sam as high up on the list as I do because I really like Sam. I don't know the hate, I don't understand the hate for Sam or even the actress Melissa Barrera. I think she was good in Scream 5 and I think she's even better in Scream 6. She's not the best actress in the world, but neither are any of them, so I don't know why people are really getting at Melissa Barrera. Maybe it's because she's taken over from Neve Campbell, I don't know, but Sam as a character is great. I think her backstory is good. She's related to Billy Loomis, so she's got a bit of mystique about her, and we still don't know if Sam is going to become a bad person or not. Yes, she's fighting her demons in Scream 6, she's going to a therapist, but there's still more to peel back for Sam's character, so someone that I'm really looking forward to seeing more of in the future. And then number 2 is Kirby. Now, Kirby is a character that I was shocked with seeing so much of in Scream 6. She had so much involvement in the movie. I think the FBI part of her character wasn't what I wanted to see, because I wanted to see more of the Kirby Reed that we saw in Scream 4. I wanted to see more of her movie talk. She only had a couple of lines talking about films and this, so I think they sacrificed some of what we loved about her and gave us something new, which I didn't love too much. But I think what I loved about her so much was, I've said this before, she bridges the gap between the legacy characters and the new characters. She is that bridge. She's the common denominator. She's a nostalgic factor, but she's also the cool newish character as well because she's reinventing herself, and that's what I like about her. I like the fact that she survived as well, and I like that there is more to give from Kirby because not only is she an FBI agent, not only is she able to keep on investigating if something happens in the future, she's still got that movie knowledge as well that Randy had. Hopefully she replaces Mindy in Scream 7 as being the movie buff, because let's face it, Kirby knows more about films than Mindy. Finally, in at number 1, and no surprise, is Tara. I think Jenna Ortega's presence helps Tara's character development in Scream 5 and especially Scream 6. I really liked her in Scream 5, but since seeing Scream 6, she was the shining light in Scream 6 in terms of character development. A lot of the characters didn't shine because of the bad writing, but even going through the bad writing, I think that Jenna Ortega was able to give us something from Tara that I didn't think she was able to give us, and that is more of an interest in her backstory, more of an interest in hoping that she was going to survive, which she obviously did do. So there's not much bad I can say about Tara, because Tara is a really interesting character. So there's just something so likable about her. No matter who you are, what age you are, there's something in Tara that you see in yourself and you just root for her all the time. So that is all characters rated from worst to best in Scream 6, guys. Like I said, I would say maybe the top 4 or 5 are probably the ones that I really liked. Anyone other than that, it could change depending on how I feel when I watch the movie over and over again. But that is my worst to best, guys. What do you think? Do you think Mindy deserves to be up there as being the worst? Do you think Tara deserves to be the best? Leave your list down below. If you don't want to tell me your top 13, maybe just give me your top 2 or 3 and we can have a discussion about it. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.